Hello, welcome everybody. Today we're going to discuss this article from Murphy's Multiverse talking about the forthcoming trashy dumpster fire Gotham Knights from the fine folks who brought you Batwoman at the CW. Who approved this? Monkeys, roll the footage.
Yeah, that works.
I like
all right,
that.
okay. All right, moving on.
Hey, what about Tulip?
Exclusive: Dick Grayson, Harper Row, and Spoiler headline the roster of CW's Gotham Knights. This exclusive from Murphy's Multiverse, written by John Sabato, February 13th. I am going to cover this show in the pilot, so I thought covering this article might be a little bit of fun. Here we go. A decade after the premiere of Arrow, the CW continues to expand its slate of live-action DC content. In the last decade, more than a half-dozen series have made their way to the network, and now production is close to beginning on the newest edition, Gotham Knights. The series just recently got a pilot order, meaning it'll shoot its first episode before possibly being handed a series order. Since the initial report, fans have been in the dark on just who the series will follow, with no details on its characters until now.
You serious?
Thanks to a friendly source, we've been able to put together a pretty good picture of the show's core characters, the Bat family. The series is currently looking to cast several series regulars ahead of an April start of production in Toronto. Now, this is where this show is going to get interesting, is what kind of characters exactly are they going to cast? And, well, this article is going to go on to tell us, so should we do it now or should I make you wait?
We're waiting.
Well, since you're all gitchy and you want to know who these characters are, most notably Gotham Knights is looking for an actor 18 or older to fill the role of a series regular that fits the bill of Dick Grayson, the first Robin and adopted son of Bruce Wayne. Described as athletic and sensitive, the character remains resilient despite being vulnerable following the murder of his parents and subsequent adoption by Wayne. Now, when they say this character is athletic yet sensitive, I'm left wondering if he's going to be, bi now, gay later, or if they're going to even make him Dick Grayson a white character, if they're going to race swap this. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the article because they do delve into that, of course, the identity of a few of these characters. And I don't mean identity as in who the characters are, but what they represent.
Gay!
All jokes aside about the alphabet people, this article goes on to say, interestingly enough, it looks like Grayson won't be the only former Robin on the show. It seems as though Grayson will be joined by Stephanie Brown, aka Spoiler, a genius-level hacker whose father, a DC villain called Clue Master, raised her on a steady diet of brain teasers and puzzles. Gotham Knights is searching for an 18-year-old actress to portray the sarcastic and smart character. Now, we saw Stephanie Brown on the Batwoman show, portrayed very, very briefly and a very minuscule amount of lines to her dad's Clue Master, who was a one-off villain on the show, one of the imitation villains, as it were, on Batwoman, which we are very well familiar with if you've been at the channel for any length of time, because you know that the Rogues Gallery's villains of Batman has had their weapons released into the general public, who has been finding them and becoming a generic Dollar General Batman rogues that Batwoman easily dispatches. We can also deduce that Harper Row, aka Bluebird, is set to join Grayson on the team. The studio is searching for a female to play it. I'm sorry, how unprofessional of me. The studio is searching for a female to play a blue-haired bisexual. Alright, I'm done, I promise, this is the last time. The studio is searching for a female to play a blue-haired bisexual character who has taken to the streets to escape her abusive home life. Her brother Cullen also looks to be joining the series, with the studio searching for a transgender actor who identifies as a male for this role.
It is ma'am!
Gotham Knights will also feature a quick-witted British attaché who sounds like she could be Julia Pennyworth, daughter of Alfred Pennyworth. In the comics, Julia came into the picture after her father was disabled following an attack from Hush. Following her father's footsteps, she helped the Bat family coordinate their efforts. Now, the only way I won't have a problem with this is if they use Julia Pennyworth from the Batwoman show, who the actress is not that bad of an actress, and a legitimate just smoke show. Probably the most startling character headed for Gotham Knights is one described as the daughter of the most dangerous man in Gotham. First thoughts are that the series is going to introduce Joker's daughter, D.O.A, who claimed to be the daughter of the Joker, and also claimed to be the daughter of about every villain in Gotham. And we also know she appeared on Batwoman in a very, very, very forgettable one-off appearance in season 1 or 2. I can't remember because I mentally tried to block it out because of the scars I suffered.
Get what you fucking deserve!
The CW is also searching for a handful of other series regulars, including one that could be Lucius Fox's daughter, Tiffany. But what does that mean for Cuckwing? Like, they're just gonna throw Luke Fox out in the cold? He's been suffering through this show since day one, and they're not gonna throw this guy a bone? I know. Where's my notes? This is a He-Man figure. This isn't notes. To join the team, in addition to the already exciting number of characters listed here, many of whom will be making their live-action debut. There's also plenty of guest stars and supporting members of the cast. Hopefully, with the scheduled start of production right around the corner, casting will start to trickle out soon. And before you get all, but ETEP, you haven't even given it a chance yet. Well, you have to listen to this because, in case you forgot, this article came out from Game Rant, December 15th, 2021. I use this to supplement it to remind you why this show is going to be so bad. Gotham Knights will feature Batwoman writers Natalie Abrams, James Stottero, Chad Fiveash on its script. But interestingly, while this will take place in its own separate world and story, it will still be produced by Greg Berlanti's Berlanti Productions, which plays the same role behind the scenes of the CW's other DC shows like Stargirl and Legends of Tomorrow. With other upcoming DC projects on both the CW and HBO Max, like Colin Farrell's spin-off to The Batman, it seems this particular side of the comic book world is enjoying a bit of a renaissance. Now, if you mean renaissance that is guided by the hand of three complete morons who have the writing ability of a pen full of monkeys throwing shit at a wall repeatedly until they pass out in their own defecation, then yes, this is a renaissance. Nothing on the CW has been good except for Superman and Lois. I haven't seen an episode since the middle of season 1, but from all accounts I've heard it's kind of falling by the wayside and getting the CW treatment, which doesn't surprise me on a show on that network. I don't think I can overstate this point enough with any of these CW shows, which unfortunately now looks to include Superman and Lois as well. This show is going to be a glorious dumpster fire. I hope the pilot airs, I really do. With all this buildup, with me making these videos, I hope the pilot airs and I get a chance to just eviscerate it. Now, would I like to be pleasantly surprised by the pilot and be like, oh wow, this is actually a really good show that these writers, Stottero, Abrams, and Fiveash from Batwoman have done an excellent job with? Oh, absolutely. I would love nothing more than to be proven wrong by something, especially something from the CW. But if this show holds true to form, is a complete trash fire full of identity politics and, misandry and racism, then yes, I will eviscerate this show on the exact same molecular level that I do Batwoman week in, week out for you guys. I have no problem doing that whatsoever. Like I said, though, I would like to be proven wrong, but I just feel like I'm going to be right. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it right now. You know what time of the video is. It's time for you to do all those YouTube things. Like the video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. There's much more content on the way for you. Ding the bell for notifications if you choose to subscribe. That will let you know when we upload another video like this, or go live on Monday nights at 8:35 Eastern for Monday Night Going in Raw with myself, Tony, Vinny, and Red. Then on Wednesdays, we have The Place to Be reviews Wednesday Night Live, 9 p.m. Eastern every week. This week, our guest will be Mr. Grant Gregory and Yeti Cast. So do all the things, share the video, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Itepo Queen of The Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one.
I could do this all
And remember,
It's better to burn out than to fade away.